Today is Saturday. Saturdays, I usually don't do much. That wasn't always the case. I'm a push-through type of person, and like my husband Ken is fond of saying with me, if a little is good, a lot has to be a lot better. And the Lord's had to teach me differently that way. Um, a lot of my friends had Sabbath days over the years. I have one friend, her day, because she can't take Saturday as a day of rest, is Tuesday. And on Tuesday, she doesn't, that is her Sabbath day. The Lord had to deal with me differently. And the first way he dealt with me was out of Scripture. And it was Isaiah 58:13-14. It says, if, big if, you turn away your foot from the Sabbath, from doing your pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of the Lord, honorable, and shall honor him, not doing your own ways, nor finding your own pleasure, nor speaking your own words. Then shall you delight yourself in the Lord, and I, the Lord, will cause you to ride upon the high places of the earth, and feed you with the heritage of Jacob your father, for the mouth of the Lord hath spoken it. I went, okay. And the first time when we were in Israel, it was really amazing to watch how everything does shut down on the Sabbath. And so that was a big object lesson as well. And not only that, Fridays were, the Muslims' Sabbath, so everything's shut down in the Muslim quarter. Saturday is the Jews, so everything's shut down in the Jewish quarter. Sunday is the Christian quarter, so everything is shut down. And the Lord reminded me when I was little in the South that, that's the way it used to be. Most everything was closed Saturday and Sunday, and gradually it got to be things were open on Saturday. And then I can't remember when, it seems like maybe high school, college, things started being open on Sunday. So how the Lord dealt with me gently about this. He just said, let's just see if you can not do one thing on Saturday. So I think the first thing he dealt with me about was prayer, because prayer is a discipline for me, as most things are. And he said, just Saturday, take a break. You can pray in the Spirit, but take a break from everything else. So I did this with much trepidation. The world is going to fall apart if Donna does not pray. But it didn't, and it built confidence. And gradually I got to the place where I could not exercise on Saturday. I exercise most every day, but I got to where Saturdays I could not exercise. And I'm not going to say it wasn't easy. I'm not going to say it was easy. It wasn't. It was a challenge. I remember Pat Robertson's son, talked about trying to keep the Sabbath. His family was all gone one Saturday. He was going to try to do it. And so he thought, I'm going to make some soup. So he opened a can of soup, lit the stove, and he said he immediately realized he'd already broke the Sabbath. So I'm not talking about rules keeping. I'm just talking about generally resting. And it ties in a lot with inner healing, because when you push yourself past what you have grace for is when you find yourself doing addictions or doing things you don't want to do. And to actually schedule rest in, to schedule a day when you don't do normal things. I mean, that's what holidays are all about. They're really holy days. Days where you schedule and you rest and you do things out of the ordinary. The Sabbath in the Jewish culture is a day where you enjoy everything God's given you. You eat your favorite foods. You enjoy the Lord. It's not so much about not doing. Although the more I walk with the Lord, the more I'm finding out it's the not doing. There's a lot not to do. And when you allow him to cut out what he doesn't want you to do, it allows a whole lot more room for him to do what he wants to do.